Okay, so back in the day, before we had store-bought ropes, people used to make their cordage by chewing and twisting grasses and leaves, because you kind of bunch it up and then you twist up the fibers and you get kind of a primitive sort of rope. And I'm looking to do that because I'm thinking a little catamaran structure. So I have my 2 floats and a connecting bar, and I plan to tie those that connecting bar to the 2 floats, and I need to make a little cordage to do that. So it's chew and twist until I get something sort of like rope. Alright, so my little cordage, I wasn't able to make something easy enough that was, with my little cordage, I wasn't able to make something easy enough that was both strong and long enough to tie knots in. So I tied some little half hitches, but not really good ones, and they've mostly come loose. So now I'm working on kind of an asystematic weaving of the cattail fibers in and out of my modified frame. And I'm hoping that at some point I get enough of a tangle here that I have a floatable mat. That is my new modified plan. Okay, so even with my modified plan, turns out it's really difficult to work these materials, and I have less of a boat and more of an amorphous mat. I'm pretty sure it'll float because the supporting sticks are hollow and pithy, but it ain't pretty. It isn't even nice for a raft. And I'm probably going to want to try this again, but for now I'm going to take this down to the water because I think my cameraman is getting impatient, and it's late in the day and we've spent a lot of hours out. See, the camera's shaking.
Yes.
So we're gonna take this on a little test voyage. Float's pretty much good.
That it did.
We're gonna do a little experiment here and see how seaworthy this is. And even though it is kind of an amorphous mat, it has enough integrity to stay together at least a little while. It's not totally falling apart, which I thought it would.
It's floating pretty good.
Sure ain't pretty though.